All right, so I'm freestyling this. This is actually my second take of this video. I just recorded about 30 minutes of video footage and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, but I think I finally figured it out. So I'm going to jump into cutscenes and see if I can add character. There it is. Okay, I'm able to add characters. There we go. There we go. All right, so she's way bigger than him, which is not what I want, but well, actually they look about the same size. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, she doesn't talk though. All right, anyway, this is what we'll do. Okay, so I'll show you how I added that character. What I had to do was, first and foremost, you'll do this with the game off. You'll go to you'll use 7-zip to go to your 2K23 folder. Then you want to go to your mod folder where it has your cutscene stuff. So I have two of these type of folders, but I want this one. Yours probably says mod cutscenes free. Gonna go to the story folder. All right, in there's a thing called story scene character mapper metadata.if. Big shout out to JMO, who helped me find this file. So when you double click that if file, there'll be a JSON file inside. You can drag it to your desktop. But as you see, I already have it on my desktop. It's right here. And you'll open that up in Notepad++. Let me close it so you guys can see. All right, so I drag it to Notepad++, it opens up, and then all these names and quotations are characters that you can put in a scene. Now, some of them just have generic faces, some of them have real faces, but I've added a lot of characters down here. Like I've added Anthony Davis, Bruce, Charles Barkley, Cheesy, David Aldridge, Doris Burke, Ernie Johnson, just a bunch of people, okay? All right, now, at the very bottom, I added one more. So let me show you what it looked like before. Well, actually, I'll just keep it how it is. So this bracket right here. So you see this is red and then this is red. If I want to add another character, remind you I have the game closed. The game should be off when you're adding a character, or you'll just have to restart it. But anyway, if I wanted to add a character, I would do a comma, press enter, do some quotation marks. I would name the character, let's say LaMelo, then in quotation marks. Now, I'm not sure if LaMelo is already a selectable character for cutscenes. He's not. All right, so what you could do is you could kind of copy the rest of the information from another thing. But let's see. Let's just grab one. All right. So then after I do that, press enter one more time and do a close bracket with no comma after it. So you see this is red and this open bracket is red. Okay. So those two brackets go together. Now LaMelo Ball is not. His face ID is not 1612. Let's see what it is. I can't remember what it is. LaMelo. He's 7953. 7953. Now, if you want him to have some kind of default clothing and not just generic clothing, then you're gonna need to assign some kind of clothing set to him. Now, let me see. All right, here we go. I'll show you guys. So I actually took a bunch of pictures of different clothing. This part right here where it says default wardrobe, that's what I'm gonna be looking for. See if I can find something that kind of goes with LaMelo. I could put him in this. This is Boz's wardrobe, but could also put him in this. Trying to see if there's anything. All right, so this is, I mean, I've shown you guys quite a lot. So this guy here, it's gonna be Matt Schaefer OPT2. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this stuff. Come down here, put a comma, enter. All right, so that's. All right, so we're gonna name it Matt. There it is, Matt Schaefer OPT2. We're gonna save this. So now I've added a character, and he'll have his Face ID, and he'll almost always show up in this little outfit here. So now that I've saved this back to my desktop, it's right there. I'm going to minimize Notepad++, minimize this. All right, so now this is where the JSON file goes back into the if file. So we're going to drag it down, click yes to overwrite it, click this little button, and we just updated this file, okay? So anytime you update this file or this file, you need to restart the game. And so I need to restart the game. All right, so we're going to let the game restart. But now we're going to go and mess around with scene files, because I've added LaMelo Ball as a character, and you could add anybody. You could have like a friend. Let's say your friend's name is Johnny. You could add your friend Johnny to the character list if you have a cyberface for them. All right, so back in 7-zip, I'm going to go into the story scene folder, and then meanwhile, in the game, I'm going to go to features, debug, and then this middle one to get this list. Now let's go back to this modded scene. This is modded scene 4. Okay, has the little female character there, and then each time it's going to have a generic my player wearing some kind of gear. So if I use the right left bumper to come over here to switch team, the gear that the my player wears will change to what, some kind of team gear. See that team gear? All right, go back into the scene. It'll be some other kind of team related gear. Okay. But I still wear Hawks gear. Okay. So what I want to do now is I'm actually going to replace the my player with LaMelo. All right, so all I need to know is what scene is this. This is modded _scene_4. Minimize. So I need to find this in 7-zip. Modded _scene_4. Double click, and then I will get this JSON file and drag it to my desktop. But I already have it on my desktop, and then you open that in Notepad++. I just dragged it down. So as you can see, here's some character that I added. Now I'm going to add the character LaMelo, which is on the story scene character mapper metadata file. So any of these names, I could add Shaq, Stephen A. Smith, but I'm going to add LaMelo. Just going to go over the my player. If you guys can see in Notepad++, I'm switching between files, okay? So I took LaMelo from this list. I copied, pasted the name up here for my modded scene4.json file, save. I'm going to minimize Notepad++, Then this is the file that I just saved. I'm going to drag it in here inside of this if file. Click yes to overwrite the old one. Now I don't have to restart the game when I update scenes. So I'm going to go in here, and there we have it. He's short, but can I make him taller? Let's see if he'll be taller. Nope, he won't be taller. So anyway, there you have it. That's how you can add players to a character list, or add players. You can add characters to the character list and then also switch up the people in the scenes. All right. I'm actually going to change this scene up one more time. Let's switch them. Let's put girl over here and LaMelo over here. All right, save it. Minimize this. Drag this scene JSON file back into the if. Okay, click yes. I can actually back out of that now. Go into the game, start the scene over, and they're going to switch places. So as we can see, yeah, they've switched places. That's good news. So the mouth isn't moving because this is an old cutscene from an older game, but I do probably need to get a screenshot or two. Print screen. All right. That way I can get a screenshot of this stuff. So I've even shown you guys how to change the default wardrobe. And I think this has been a pretty good tutorial. Yeah, I think this was a pretty good tutorial. Now you can switch up the arena also. So let me come over here. I'm hitting the right and left bumpers. I've done tutorials on how to navigate this screen. But right here, moving up to where it says current stadium. Then I'm hitting the right bumper and I'm going to select a different team. I'm going to go with the Rockets. They should have them modded. Yeah. All right. So you got these characters here. I'll just take screenshots. All right. Anyway, I was going to tell you guys about the arena. I think I'll split this video into another video and talk about the arenas. That's all I got for this video. So I was able to shorten it from 20 minutes to about 14. Okay, good.